name is Joel. I am 21 years old. I'm from Stockholm, Sweden, and I'm doing parkour and filming, but also shooting a lot of photos and filming videos, kind of surrounding that. Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes just walking down the street, I feel like I can see a corner or a shop or just a scene that I think looks really cool, and I try to take a photo of it, and it turns out very nice, and you can capture it really well. But sometimes, like actually right now in the background, I'm looking at sort of a train moving through, and sometimes I feel like just a photo can't, or it probably can, but sometimes I feel like a video might do the scene even more justice. It would actually be kind of interesting. I've been thinking about trying to do that as well, like shooting scenes that I would think of as a photo, but then actually doing it in a video form and seeing how that would turn out, because I feel like maybe that would make a more comprehensive, cohesive result actually. If I had to choose between taking photos and filming, it would for me probably be photography, which is a bit more of a personal hobby for me. I shoot a lot of photos outside of parkour, but I'm actually getting more and more into filming, so it's kind of a hard question to answer to. But yeah, both of them are really, really fun actually.
So, my name is Kevin. I'm 21 years old, parkour athlete from Sweden, Helsingborg, small town close to Malmö. Yep.
So coming from parkour, I feel like there's always been kind of a big part of trying to take photos and film that as well. So kind of while I've been training for so long, I've also grown very fond and started to become very interested in trying to document it as much as possible.
Om du kollar där i början så var det ändå där i hörnet. Så alltså, jag tycker ändå det funkar bra. Jag vet att jag filmade och förstod samtidigt.
So me and my friends are usually out trying to make videos all the time and take photos. And it's really a cool process to try to figure out, because there's a lot about trying to make the movement look as cool as possible, but at the same time make the picture or video kind of aesthetically pleasing as well.
Me and my friends started making movies when we were young. That was always fun, so kind of get used to it, and sometimes even look forward to doing the filming. Not necessarily, you know, it's not that like, it's not all about the filming though, but it's always fun to create a line, and then you have, like, can also direct your friends to, like, you should film like this because I think that will look cooler in this angle, or I spin this way, so maybe that, you know. So it's a nice feeling.
If you're actually trying to properly film parkour in a way that would be kind of showing the movement in its best way, it can be kind of tricky, because you really want to think about showing the movement in its best way. You know, it could be if someone is doing a spin to the left, you might want to be on the left side to make sure that you're showing the face of the person as well. And it can also be things about, you know, you're doing jumps and you're going through the air, but actually thinking about the fact that it's important where they're taking off and where they're landing. So you kind of need to focus on the most important parts of the movement, I'd say. During all of that, you might also want to think about how it looks best aesthetically. Everyone kind of has different ways of going about it, and that's what makes it so interesting. If you watch videos from your friends, maybe it happens to me all the time where I see a clip and I'm like, I would never film a clip this way, but somehow it looks so good, and that's why it's so interesting. And it's really cool seeing different parkour videos filmed differently, because everyone has different ways of what they think is the most important and how it looks the best.
Sometimes I will adjust lines for filming, just in the sense of, it depends. I create the line not thinking about filming, but if I'm filming for a project, then I might be like, okay, well, the way I spin here, if I did it like this, it would look better. So I definitely adjust my movements somewhat for filming. I never create a line in the way like, oh, this is gonna look cool if I film it like this. Wait, one second. If it's not fun, then it's not very often I'll want to film it. I sometimes adjust my lines before filming, but not always.
And this one is probably my favorite from from the shots that we did. You know, you can also look at like before and after, how it's kind of like definitely not that big of a difference, but still to my eye it's such a important little difference between the before and after. What I like to document is definitely parkour and very cool movement and tricks and jumps that people can do, but I'd say that also kind of like to try to capture the entire session, if that makes sense. So that would be the people doing the jumps, which are usually, you know, all my friends. So it's doing the jump and showing that process, but also the in-between stuff, how people are, you know, mentally preparing and, you know, kind of going through a mental battle, probably a mental process, and how they're then building up to doing the jump and getting it done, and then having that relief and being so happy about, you know, that accomplishment, and trying to capture that entire process and actually showing that it's not really just about the jumping, but more so how a person is putting their all into it and how it's so important, and kind of trying to show all the emotions that come with, you know, doing parkour and having that as your passion. So kind of trying to show kind of emotions with it, either it's that if it's through photography or video. I feel like that's pretty important to it as well. Help me hold the flash and everything. Like this one we're using for the magazine. I can show the page spread and everything like that. So here's a bit of their introduction page. And the shots of them. And then another one we was holding the flash as well. So thanks a lot for that. Would not have been possible without it.
I kind of read it. What if you look at the door like as if Mark Bush just came out and said some bullshit? I was imagining something like this and just have like a function on that side. Like, I feel like it's kind of like, obviously I put you there for a photo, but it's not like we're creating something that isn't meant to be. You know what I mean?
What I tend to do when I film is I'll try most of the line and know that I can get it, and then I'll stop filming because A, there can be a funny fail or something funny happening, and 2, if I get it first try, then it's like such a waste of like actually getting the line and then trying and not filming it, and then trying to film it afterwards and not getting it because I'm tired. So I never get the instance where like I make something because I'm filming it, because I will already be filming it if I'm trying something.
What I like about photography is about how it's so constant. You kind of develop your own vision, I'd say, and you kind of carry that with you all the time. So you're kind of almost always looking for different scenes, and then when you actually have your camera in your hand, it's kind of like your own freedom to create your own scene of whatever it is that you see. And that could really be someone doing a jump, training parkour, or it could really just be you know, some trash on the street that makes for an interesting photo. But it's kind of like whatever you're looking at, it's your freedom and your creative output to just make that into your own thing. And that kind of goes for both photography and videography, but I think that's what is really kind of making me love it so much.